Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about carers or healthcare assistants in United Kingdom and their roles. We are going to explore one company that I have noted that they are recruiting carers from abroad. So you will have to watch this video up to the end. But yeah, that's what we are going to talk about. My name is Mboyi. I am a nurse. I work and live in UK. In this channel, we talk about immigrations, nursing, traveling, and everything else. We also have a niche where we talk about weight loss. And so watch my previous videos, consider to subscribe, like the videos, share them with people that you think they might help them. And who knows, it might bring change in your life. So okay, like I said, we are going to explore a carer role in the UK. There are different types of carers in United Kingdom. It depends on place of work. So if you work in a hospital, you might be called a healthcare assistant. If you work in the community, you might be called a domiciliary carer. If you live with a person that you are caring for, you might be called a live-in carer. But it depends on the role. It depends on the place of work. That's the only difference. The naming depends on the place of work. Yeah. So basically, a carer, when it comes to chain of command or organogram in a healthcare setting, there is a clear chain of command or who you report to. In this case, UK, the very person who starts the chain is a carer, and then senior carer, then nursing assistants, then nurses. That's how it goes. If I were to make an example, I think back at home in Lesotho, if that role still exists, I'm not sure, like the role will match a carer role in UK at home. Those people worked as ward attendants at the hospital, but they were not in the community. But in the community, there are village health workers. Those people in UK, they can be called carers. I hope you get where I'm coming from. So anyone, qualified or non-qualified, you can be a carer. You can work as a carer. So it also depends on age, on how you can be named. There are young adult carers, there are young carers, there are parent carers, there are sandwich carers, there are healthcare assistants. Like it depends on the role itself. So the one that I'm going to touch on now is a carer who works in hospital, in care homes, or in people's homes, like literally in their own house. So the difference is, if you are working in a hospital setting, you will be called a healthcare assistant. If you work in a care home, you might be called a healthcare assistant or a carer. If you work in the community, going house to house, like you have different people on different days that you care for, that is called domiciliary care work, and you will be called a domiciliary carer. And then lastly, a live-in carer. So a live-in carer is someone who will be caring for a specific person in their own home. Like if I am to be cared for, that carer will come and live with me to take care of me. That is a live-in carer. So there are companies that recruit for specific roles. When you go on Google and search to become a carer in UK, you need to be specific into what you are looking for. You don't just put in jobs as a carer. It will bring up a lot of things that may not even make sense. and they might even block the opportunities that you might get. You might even be scammed. So if particularly you want to work as a live-in carer, you can search for jobs as a live-in carer. Then they will drop down and you will search the place of work, how they work, and so on and so forth. If you want to do a domiciliary worker, domiciliary care work, you need to have a driver's license. That one is mandatory. You need to have a driver's license. For that matter, in UK they fan manual cars, so you need to learn how to drive a manual car. Even an automatic car, you can still drive an automatic car, but some companies are going to give you the car to drive around when you are doing domiciliary care. That means you will need, it's a required prerequisite for you to have a driver's license. And then if you want to work in a care home as a carer, you can specifically search for care homes that are recruiting carers at that particular time when you are looking for a work position. If you want to work in NHS is a government entity. If you want to work in NHS, you go on NHS website or track jobs, and then open an account, save your login details, and then upload your resume and your job specifications and all those things. Then you can be able to submit your application, forwarding it to a specific role advertised. You won't be able to get carer position just by putting a CV through NHS. You will have to have a vacancy that you are responding to for you to attach your CV to. There is another Mosotho YouTuber who uploaded a process on how you can apply for a job on the NHS app. So I have not done that. It's complex. I've tried it multiple times. I've failed dismally. But her explanation is go to her channel and then check the process. It's similar for nurses, for carers, for anyone, but it will depend on a role that you are applying for. I'm not sure if you have come across her channel. I think her name is Julia Matopela. If you search her on YouTube, you will find her. Go to her YouTube channel. She has a video that she explained a process on how you can apply for a role as a nurse on NHS website. But that explanation will work well for any role that you are applying for on the NHS app. Okay, moving on. What are the roles of a carer in UK? Like I have said, it depends on the place of work. If you work in hospital, then it will depend on the ward that you are working at. If you are in an orthopedic ward, then you will be transporting people from X-ray to X-ray or something like that. I know there are porters, but you will have your specific roles. In a care home, because I work in a care home, I'm able to explain more on the roles of a carer in a care home. They are not limited to what I'm going to say, but carers help in feeding people who cannot feed themselves. They help in personal care. With personal care, it comes with bathing, toileting, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, cutting your nails, grooming, all those things. It also help with, the carers also help with transporting residents from people who are unable to walk. They can help them with wheelchairs. They can use machinery to transfer them from one place to the next, like from a chair to a bed, from bed to a toilet seat, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of machineries that are used in UK. Lifting is not allowed. People, lifting, like if someone fell at home, we don't have those machinery, I know. Unless if the new Maseru District Hospital has the new equipment. But from when I was still working in a hospital, I know that when someone fell, we will use a blanket, roll this person on a blanket or a counterpane, and then lift this person to the bed. Lifting in this country is not allowed because, firstly, you have to protect yourself to be able to help someone else. So there are a lot of machineries that are used. I have a video where I have shown you guys some of the machineries that are used. There are light sheets, there are hoist machines, wheelchairs, walking sticks, camels. Like, there are a lot of equipment that you can use to transport people from one place to another, but lifting, it's not allowed. So before you come or before you start working as a carer, you will be introduced to that machinery. You will have a training on how to use them properly to prevent injuries. Like I'm saying, those are machineries, they are heavy. You might injure yourself or you might injure the person you are caring for. So that is typically the roles of a carer here. So there is a company that recruits carers internationally. They specialize in domiciliary care and live-in care or support work. So I will post a screenshot here, but please go on their website. They are very detailed on the website on what is needed of you. They have a section for people who are already in UK and a section for people who are outside UK. They recruit carers for Scotland, Wales, and England. This company is regulated by CQC. CQC is a body that regulates companies to maintain standards and to make sure that they prevent injuries, exploitation, and so on and so forth. So CQC is a huge body. For that company to have been rated good by CQC, it means they are doing a good job. So go on their website. I'm going to post that screenshot here and try to give you a little overview, and you go through Google, search that name, and then read everything before you can decide on applying as a carer. They offer even support for international candidates by giving them exactly what they need from you. But when it comes to visa department, they don't have a control on that. They might give you a job offer and hire you, but the visa will depend on the UKVI or immigration's office whether they grant you a visa or not. So visa department is a different entity from this company. So don't even think of if your visa does not go through, it's because of them. No, they don't have a hand in visa processing. So let's check this company out, and if you want to work as a carer, you can work as a carer whether you have been trained as one or not. So you just, if you are a nurse, a nursing assistant, a police officer, a soldier, you have a Form 5, you are a lawyer, anyone, even doctors, they can work as carers. Anyone can work as a carer. So let's check this company out. Anyways, before I go, thank you very much for watching this video thus far, and please consider to subscribe, share these videos with your loved ones. I will see you in my next upload. Let's go and check this company out.